Happy Ventana Wilderness Day, everyone. You know, it was 21 years ago that the state of California deemed that we were a worthy nonprofit corporation. So we just arbitrarily have created Ventana Wilderness Day early in March each year. You know, I miss getting together at events. One of the things I love about VWA events is that all of you just bring so many different skill sets to the organization. It just makes it so fascinating. Some of you are just really well versed in natural history and others in cultural history. Some of you are just experts in trail building and maintenance. Others are just experts in woodcraft, how to stay alive in the woods, volunteerism, outdoor education, you name it. It's just our organization is really blessed with all of the abundant skill sets that you all bring to the Alliance.
For the last 8 years, the VWA has hosted the Wild and Scenic Film Festival, and we were determined not to let the pandemic stop us. In 2020, we hosted an entirely virtual festival, and we were so excited that so many of you joined us. We had over 1,200 viewers, and the festival was not only a great success as a fundraiser, but we also brought in over 200 new members, so thank you for joining us. While we do not know yet what events like this will look like in the future, we've already started planning for our next festival coming this October, and we hope you'll join us then.
Hey everyone. While challenging in so many ways, last year was also a year of great productivity for the VWA field programs, so I'm happy to report that. We have the most generous and dedicated group of volunteers, contractors, and staff who have been working so hard to maintain crucial backcountry access. In a year like 2020, when you have events like the Dolan wildfire, access to the Ventana and Silver Peak wildernesses is increasingly limited and endangered. Clearly, maintaining and protecting whatever remaining access points we have left to our public lands is as crucial as ever. To that end, we have the Volunteer Wilderness Ranger Program and the Trail Crew Program, who've been working day in and day out, week in and week out, braving inclement weather and a global pandemic to boot. One of our primary objectives has been to restore and reopen the Pine Ridge Trail out of Big Sur Station. As many of you know, this trail and trailhead has been closed since the 2016 Sober Honest fire. Well, I'm happy to let you know that reports on the ground state that the trail is in as good of shape as many can remember it ever being. We can't wait for the day soon to come to share with you all the good news that the most popular gateway to the Ventana Wilderness is once again reopened for your enjoyment. Until that day, just know that we so appreciate you, our community, for supporting us, and we most assuredly couldn't do it without you. So thank you, and stay safe.
Youth in Wilderness missed venturing into the backcountry with students in 2020, but we tirelessly tried to bring the great outdoors to participants through online videos and lessons. Our wonderful field instructor team created outdoor education content that we posted onto our Instagram and YouTube accounts. Some of our most popular lessons include Geology is Destiny, How to Set Up a Tent, and Watersheds. These lessons are available to a broad audience, and they're also a place where students can learn more about topics that spark their curiosity. In the future, we will be using these videos as a training and education resource for the program. In the fall, we scheduled day hikes with interested partners. We had the joy of taking our long-term partner, Rancho Cielo Culinary Academy, out on a day hike in early November. 5 students got to enjoy a coastal walk, some lessons on coastal ecosystems, and some time on the beach. We even played jump rope with a big piece of kelp. Shortly after that day hike, though, COVID-19 spikes in both Monterey and Santa Cruz counties caused cancellations of all of other 7 scheduled outings. But we were still able to end the season on a high note by offering personalized take-home kit deliveries to our partners. These kits are basically a composition of youth and wilderness lessons and the associated materials. We were able to deliver 56 of these kits in mid-December. In this time of endless Zoom meetings, we know that our participants and the general public need the outdoors more than ever. We are hopeful for a triumphant return to field programming in the future, but we're also going to use the strategies we created during the pandemic to provide a more holistic opportunity and experience to Central California's youth. Thank you.
2020 was a year like no other. Over 100 of you convened to celebrate VWA's 20th anniversary on March 7th, and within a week, the world was in lockdown. As the pandemic ran its course, thousands of visitors flocked to the public lands of the Santa Lucia Mountains and Big Sur backcountry. Trails and camps endured the impacts of heavy use. Front country visitors engaged in activities ranging from healthy and safely distanced to irresponsible or downright illegal, straining search and rescue resources and even igniting wildfires. Through it all, VWA field programs bolstered Forest Service capacity, contributing over 6,000 volunteer hours and nearly 4,000 contract crew hours to 82 trail projects and 101 ranger patrols. While in-person youth programming was simply impossible, the shift to social media and remote learning brought wilderness education to hundreds of new participants. 5 staff members and 9 board members managed fundraising, program logistics, and communications on an ever-changing playing field. This was only possible with generous financial support from over 1,400 donors, businesses, foundations, organizations, and members like you. I mean this when I say it. You made it happen. Thank you.
A place that is as special as the Ventana region deserves special defenders like you. I want to thank all of you for your dedication to wilderness conservation. We face so many challenges. The land and the waters face so many challenges. The land is undermanaged, overused, and seems to be especially prone to more repeated fire cycles. So for us to achieve the mission, we need your dedication. And I want to thank each and every one of you for your support of the organization. We provide many ways for you to give. It can be annual membership. Some people give monthly towards their membership. The annual Wild and Scenic Film Festival, you all support that so wonderfully. Same goes with the Monterey County Gives campaign, which once again, we had an outstanding year. In fact, in these tough times, we did the best we ever have with Monterey County Gives. We also had a really successful Giving Tuesday campaign on Facebook. Thank you all for that support. I also want to thank the people out there that include the VWA in their estate planning. That kind of legacy giving is so important to the organization. So no matter how you give, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Together we're going to keep it wild and we'll keep it accessible.